Did you hope to play tomorrow night, Jack?
Yeah, I mean we're pretty desperate to play footy at the moment. Been locked away for a fair while now, and just getting back into the swing of things. So would have loved to have played some footy, but I mean we had a big hit out intra club on Saturday, so that'll have to do, and I look forward to playing Geelong this weekend.
So you feel the boys could have got up for tomorrow night, like you would have been able to get your pre-game going and get to the swing of things pretty quickly?
Oh, I think everyone's pretty flexible and adaptable, this year. So, like I said, we've been cooped up for a while now, and any opportunity to play some football, I know the guys would jump at it. So, it is what it is, and it's pretty unpredictable times at the minute. We're just taking it day by day, and we look forward to getting out there again on Sunday.
What's a reasonable number of games to play in a short period for an AFL footballer, Jack?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
What's a reasonable number of games to play in a short period of time, Jack, for an AFL footballer?
Yeah, I love playing footy, so I'd be happily, trying to back it up every 3-4 days. But it also depends on the game you play beforehand, because it's a physical sport, and we run multiple kilometres a game. It's you can pull up pretty sore, and to get the back up your performance game to game, you do need some time to recover. So as much as I'd love to play every day, I probably wouldn't be playing my best football. So I think 4 or 5 days to recover. I think if you're pulling up well is plenty.
Jack, do you feel like the situation you've been hard done by a disadvantage that you're going to have to play this game down the track?
I don't necessarily feel disadvantaged. I think there's positives and negatives to the situation we'll face with. You could say we'll be pretty fresh coming into Saturday, so you can find positives out of the situation.
What about the intra-club on Sunday, Jack? Do you think, obviously we saw the changes that were going to be made, do you expect that will be the team we'll see next weekend as well, or do you think something might have changed from the performances at the weekend?
I don't see the team changing too much, but it was a full-blown intra-club game where spots were up for grabs. So depending on players' performances, we could see a couple of changes this week.
How's Nathan James handled his vaccine, I guess?
Yeah, he's a professional. He's like I said, he's a professional. He's handled it really well. What do you do except go out there and try and earn your spot back, and that's exactly what he did on Sunday and played a really good game.
What have you made of Geelong's form over the past couple of weeks? Obviously pretty seesawing. We saw a really impressive one a fortnight ago, and then obviously went down to Carlton at the weekend. But what do you make of the Cats, and where do you think their strong areas are?
Yeah, I think the Cats are an extremely strong side. Every time we've come up to play them, they've performed really strongly. So, I haven't been keeping really close eye on their form. I've been focusing about the Ds and getting us on track. So we'll be trying to come out there with in some hot form, but coming up against the Cats, understand that they're an incredible team, and always expect a very fierce battle.
Jack, they were beaten in the air pretty comprehensively by the Blues. Do you think your side's capable of taking advantage of them in that area again?
I'm not 100% sure. I'll back our team in, to perform and execute our game style. Where the strengths and weaknesses are. Matching up against Geelong, I'm not 100% sure. We'll wait for the coaches to give us the rundown, but just looking at putting a strong performance in training this week, and hopefully come into Sunday fresh.
There's still a fair bit of uncertainty, Jack, I guess, how the season unfolds from here. Have you guys sat down and spoken about perhaps you might have to head to Perth for a month or so, or two weeks or so, as part of sort of a hub, just to get games away.
We haven't discussed much about that at the football club. We're really taking it day by day. It seems that there's new pieces of information, daily, hourly at this stage. So we're trying to really just focus on what we can control and focus on our training, our recovery, and really focus on our next challenge, which is Geelong. So that's how we're approaching our schedule at the moment, and deal with stuff as it comes.
Thanks.
Jack, on the training, do you think the changes the AFL's made to full team contact training sessions will have much of an impact?
I think every team's in the same boat, so I don't think it will affect the competition much. It's bizarre times we find ourselves in, and we're pretty much just doing the best we can in the circumstances. So, like I said, I don't think there's no competitive advantage or disadvantage. Everyone's in the same boat and has to abide by the same guidelines. So, we just make do and continue to try and put our best foot forward to perform on the weekends.
Have you guys got a range of players in the various sort of 8-man groups, like a couple of forwards, mids, or backs, or you sort of all as part of your still in your lines, I guess?
Yeah, we've pretty much been training in our lines. Midfielders training together, forwards training together, backs, etc.
Does that worry you if something was to happen like it has at Essendon?
Well, I think most teams are in the same boat. Obviously, if someone was to get ill in those small groups, it compromised a lot of players. But I think most teams are in the same boat, and we just do the best we can to abide by the guidelines we're given, stay safe, and hopefully not find ourselves in that position.
You're a contested player, Jack. It's where you thrive. How are these new protocols that the AFL brought in this week going to affect your preparation for games?
Yeah, it's kind of out of my control. As much as I'd love to train the contest stuff, which I really enjoy and feel like I need to do that to prepare for a game, we can't, and no one can. So I just try and do the best I can with the guidelines we're given, and prepare myself the best I can. And that's all we can really do at this point of stage. It's an interesting season, an interesting year, and we just try and do the best we can.